Well, hey everybody, welcome back to the cave. What we got here is a pair of pliers that I found when I was looking for something else. Didn't even know I had these. I had to kind of piece together where the heck they might have come from. And I came to the conclusion that they probably belonged to my great-grandfather. I looked these up on the web. They're parallel pliers made by Bernard. Very vintage, kind of like turn of the century type of thing, the other century. And they got a little cutter on there. I've seen them on eBay. I looked them up, and yeah, they tend to be worth around $25 or less. And to me, they're worth a lot more being restored to functionality. Actually, they do work, of course. It's just that the plating is coming off and there's some corrosion in that. So I'm going to put them in the tumbler with some of these little resin pyramid things and some aluminum oxide powder, very fine 1200 grit, and see if I can knock off some of the loose plating and get into some of that rust in the corners and disassemble it and kind of gussy it up, and I'm going to use them. What the heck. So I'll bring you back after I get done with the tumbling, and we'll see what that's done and go from there. Well, we're making some progress there, so I guess I'll keep going with that and bring you back after I've done with the brushing, and then we'll see where it goes from there. Well, came to the conclusion that I was going to have to change the thing up a little bit, or the plan. Put the jaws back in the tumbler with some more aggressive media, because the plating on them was flaking off and hard to get off without stoning it. So I said, well, there's so many nooks and crannies, let me just see if I can get the tumbler to do most of the work. Now, fortunately on this piece, the handle part, there's only a few areas that need attention. So right now I'm going in with, this is essentially an eraser. It's a rubber bonded abrasive, and touching up those areas to try to get some of that loose plating off. And the variable speed you're hearing is not all me just bearing down. I have a foot pedal down here that's controlling the speed. And it's doing pretty well, so we'll just keep going. Now what I am going to try and do is, oh, let me get this first. Okay, I'm going to switch heads on this. See if I can sneak right down into that little area there. It's got a little thinner edge on it. Just need to get right next to that rivet. Yep, that's getting it. Alright, well, now it remains to be seen what will come out of the tumbler. Hopefully you won't have to do too much more polishing manually with the with the abrasive wheel. So I'll bring you back when that's all done. Well, we're back from cleaning and tumbling and all sorts of stuff. At least I was able to get the flaking plating off of there and other things smoothed down sufficiently to be functional. Now all I gotta do is remember how it went together. Well, okay. How about like that? That seems reasonable. Put the little cutter near the cutter. And I think that went in down there. Catch there we go. And a screw through here. And that jaw goes there. Alright, let's see if I can line up all the little holes. There we go. And get that one lined up. Just start it with the bit there, make sure I don't cross thread anything. Yep. Well, okay. I see we're missing a hole. to get it lined up just right. Okay, maybe that's it. There we go. Alright. Yeah, it's good to start it just with the little bit in your fingers. That way you're probably not going to cross thread it, or at least you can start to tell if it's getting odd on you. Now these little devils have the nuts on the back. Okay. Get my other parallel pliers out here. Here's where they come in handy. Just go zip. One pair of parallel pliers fixing another. There we go. Now let's see if these are, well, that feels about the right tension. Yeah, there's no spring return on these, but that's alright. Works just fine. Yep. Now let's see here. Can we grip onto something? Well, I can grip onto that, see if it'll, yep, that'll hold on to that alright. Well, okay, got a new tool, a new old tool. And yeah. Now the interesting thing about my great-granddad was that if he liked a tool, he'd normally have two of them, sometimes even three. But I've only found this one. I don't know if that means anything, because over the years, you know, things tend to vanish. Had some tools stolen out of a truck once that had some of my great-granddad's stuff with it, so that's gone forever. But I do have quite a few of his items, and I think I've inherited that old, if you think you're going to need it, get two. Because I look around and I say, yeah, I got two of that, got two of that. And it probably comes from the days when it made sense to do that, because, you know, yeah, you could order stuff from the Sears catalog, but the local hardware store might be half a day's ride away. You just never know. These days, of course, obviously, you can click a mouse and pretty much have anything in the world right at your doorstep. But for stuff that you use often, and if it breaks and you need to have another one right away, it's nice to be able to have another one right away. So there we have it, and thanks for watching and putting up with the chat. So we'll catch you next time.